they been bought in this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kick.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I act. Ain't know what I was. Ain't know what allowed to do what I love. Need a light here to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with a cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. At the 24-yard line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I don't think there's any doubt that we'll see a little bit more of McCall Hardman as a receiver in year 2. First year, used him a little bit as a gimmick. Throw it to him occasionally, some jet sweeps, maybe some return game. But he really came on late in the season. 538 yards, 6 touchdowns. A pretty darn good year for a rookie receiver. And really made his huge impact as a return guy. Earned a Pro Bowl nomination in his first season.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Mahomes on target here to Hardman. Give him 6 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. defense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll run for it with a fullback Sherman. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
First down, Chiefs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Caught out left side by Robinson. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and 11. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Good job over there,
Patrick Mahomes, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Chiefs 7, Ravens nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They're going to get a brief pause in the action for an injured player, and I believe, yes, that is J.K. Dobbins, the running back. He's down after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trenton Cannon, his first carry of the ball game. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line.
And here's Jackson on the option.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but if you wanted proof of his straight-line speed, look no further.
And anyone who gets concerned when they see a quarterback running with the football, you just let him be himself. Let him be him. And I guess what you'd say there is hard to hit what you can't catch.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback. Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the second round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Gus Edwards, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
They'll come up now second and 4 from the 31. These two teams all tied after 1.
7-7.
From the 31, Mahomes. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Looks to throw on third down, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
The Ravens had a big season in 2019, but we're still looking to strengthen their pass rush. And they bring in Calais Campbell, a 5-time Pro Bowler, and he was acquired for the low cost of a 5th-round draft pick. 31.5 sacks his last 3 years. He's been to 2 NFC Championship games and a Super Bowl. He wants to carry the Ravens back to the Super Bowl with him.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes, he's looking deep for Bell. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, 48 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That that would be the #1 thing you would think of. But so
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Well, this hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Jackson's pass.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
All-pro tight end Travis Kelce had 97 catches last year in the regular season on his way to a Super Bowl title with Kansas City. And while he's a weapon anywhere on the field, as you get closer to the end zone, you really have to look out. Witness what he did in the playoffs. 3 touchdown catches against Houston in the divisional round, and a big one in the Super Bowl against San Francisco, which keyed Kansas City's comeback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Good catch there by Mark Andrews, who was Lamar Jackson's favorite target last year. They came in the same draft class and quickly got in sync with each other. Andrews led the team in receptions with 64 last year for 852 yards en route to his first Pro Bowl.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Frank Clark, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
2019 was the first season for Frank Clark in Kansas City after spending the previous 4 in Seattle. And that was a big move by Kansas City to bring him over. He did have 8 sacks in the regular season, but it was his 5 in postseason. And helping his team get to the Super Bowl, that's why they went and acquired him. And by the way, earned his first Pro Bowl nomination with his play.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
So on 4th down, the Ravens will call on Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Down carry by Bell. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now Mahomes. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line.
And a first down, Chiefs.
Now here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I know it's a little bit of a cliche to talk about all the tight ends who are really wide receivers in the NFL, but Travis Kelce fits that perfectly. He led all tight ends last season with over 1,200 yards receiving, 4th in the NFL.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Calais Campbell showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. To throw, it's Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
For the Chiefs field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense has been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run with Cannon. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half. And that trend is continuing here.
46-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
1st down, Chiefs.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Operating from the gun, Jackson. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Chiefs 23, Ravens 13.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Here's Mahomes to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. To throw again. Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting him in jeopardy right now.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They go again with Cannon. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. This is intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
49-yard line.
2nd and 11.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there, and it's 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And his kick is good.
Chiefs 30, Ravens 13. Harrison Butker.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly.
Now the throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Firing quickly here, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout. and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
41 yards. Complete to Mark Ingram.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
At the 33-yard line.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his throw is incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They run the option as Jackson will hand it to Ingram.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Here's Cannon. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll try and run some clock now with Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Bell. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
2 yards. Brings up 4th down. Tonight's final score.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Kansas City, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year.